Yeah, boy.
Except boy. What?
Yeah. No, man. I think it's a good thing that other life cut off because you're actually on the rim of a go of it.
Yeah, we
Uh,
would have. Yeah, we would
yeah.
have. We would have never
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah. So how did Ugo Luga kind of change your life?
Oh, okay. So basically, Ugoluka, I didn't know what it was all about. Going to the bush. I just didn't know. I thought it was just doing that one thing that you do at the bush and coming out again and wearing the clothing afterwards, looking handsome, getting all the attention and stuff like that. But one thing that Ugoluga changed my life, well, not one thing, a couple of things, is that I I I'm seeing those things now in my life. So whatever I got taught in the bush, everything is starting to happen now in my life. Like intlungu, intlupheko, having a family, being a man never ends. All those things. I'm starting to see those things right now. It's happening in front of me, and it also means that it also taught me that you need to value the people around you, like your brothers that you were with in the bush, all of you going through the same thing. I mean, everyone was my friend. Everyone I went with to the bush, we like brothers, man.
Yeah.
Whenever we see one another, like anyway, except for Grande, oh, you're going to come here, man. Let me buy you a beer. We chill and we talk about those things. We like brother. It never ends. That brotherhood, it's like a stable thing because like we all went through the same thing, and there was no secrets in it. Everybody was there, and everybody knew what everybody else was doing, and that kind of brought everybody close. And I feel like those people that I went with to the bush, I never knew them when I got there, but after I got to know them, they closer to me than most people that are called friends. Do you
Yeah. Yeah.
understand?
Because I knew
And
you at first point.
exactly, they knew you at my worst, and we all achieved this goal, and we were all happy for each other. Like, I'm going to see you outside, my boy, no matter what. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I thought manhood was coming out of the bush was all about being cool and talking to other men and putting other men down, but that's not actually manhood, man. That's actually the disguise. That's not actually manhood. Actually starts when you start standing on your own.
Mm.
Do you understand? Let's say you get your job, you get your apartment. Now you're on your own. Now you need to build a family. Now you need to push your career. Oh no, I'm getting rejected. Oh no, this happened. Oh no, I'm losing this. Oh no, this is so much pain. I can't take it anymore. And Ubudota is all about living through that pain, expecting that pain to
Yeah.
be there, waking up every day knowing that everything is going to be better, waking
Mm.
up every day knowing that I can achieve this certain goal that I put for myself. Because when you're at the bush, you get a certain goal,
Mm.
right? You have to be out in 4 weeks. You have to be
Short
out in
term,
5 weeks,
short
and
term, long term. Yeah.
exactly, and they tell you that this is what you have to do, and that's what you have to do to get there,
Mm.
and you do it. It's hard to wake up, but you wake up. And anybody might pop in and just come visit you in the bush.
But you ready?
You're ready. You're always ready, and you have that instinct that I when I'm protecting my family at home, I should always be ready. Those instincts stay with you. You become much stronger man, and you're just ready for anything in life, man, that comes your way. And I think it's so smart by the Xhosa people to actually have something like that. Whoever created it, I think it's absolutely amazing, and I'm definitely sending my son to do the same thing one day. I don't think it's a bad thing at all, even though there may be a lot of losses in it, but there's also a lot
Game.
of gain in it. And what have you learned, man, in
Bush.
from going to the bush?
Yeah, for me, it was pretty much the same thing. Again, it's like you always think, man, man, yeah, let me just go and do this quickly, movie, and then get back to life. what do you know as a 19-year-old boy or 20 or 18-year-old boy? And then when you come back, then I'm going to be king of the castle, king of the ring, and then this is what's going to happen. You know? And I think, like, it's a weird though, because I think a lot of stuff in life, even in the Bible, as much as I don't believe in the Bible literally or religion at all, but there's a lot of things that like take-home messages that you can take and apply to your life in the sense that, like even in the, like I said, in the Bible, there's a lot of times where things are conquered only when you want to go and take them and conquer them. Yeah. If you don't want to conquer them, then they conquer you. But when you go and you take the hurt, and then you say, you know what, hurt, I'm actually going to take you and I'm going to conquer you. That's when you conquer it. Yeah. And I think that's kind of the fundamental teachings of kind of all these religions. But then obviously, like I said, it gets blurred somewhere, and then, you know, you don't really understand what's going on, because a lot of people then push in different directions or pull in different directions. So I think even yoga, when you go there, it's like, it's hard for a child at 19, 16, you know, to kind of like Eastern Cape Fair to ingayazi nobody stays out and owning home. So it's like, yazi mana mandoko and then buye ndijan and ichalice food and wasi mondi yabo and it's like, okay, cool, but ufundu yeah. And then it's like, it's a tough question, but it's like, but we don't, because that was the whole point. But we just pass time, and then you find that translates into mentalities of school as well, or work as well. But because I need to go to school, and then if you're Catholic and you don't pass, or you do pass, and it's like, whatever, cool. Then you go and get a job, and you just wake up to go to the job, you come back. You know that today that makes you better than yesterday. Before you go,
and you know another thing, from when you go to the bush, you can be the first one to get there, but it doesn't mean you're going to be the first one to get out. That's a huge lesson in life, you know. You got there and you see people who came there 2 weeks after you, and they're getting out before you. Like what do you tell yourself? How do you go through that pain? You know.
Yeah, and you find that you tell I'm not after 4 weeks, I'm not after 6. It's like, what did you learn?
Exactly. It doesn't matter when you came out. You could have come out 2 months after. It's all about what did you learn in there. And again, it's a metaphor for life. So I think only when I started getting older, Ugoluga it gives you something that it's like an obstacle, but that you chose to go and partake in. So therefore, when you choose it, you then want to conquer it. And then when you do conquer it, you know that and then you are the one who conquered it. So therefore, no one is going to tell you anything else in life that you can't conquer. But then you find that's just the first step of life. There's more things to come. Then you find again, looking for a job, passing varsity, going to school, paying house bills, you know, or telling your parents about certain things, telling your mom about certain things, being the head of the household or not being the head of the household, to allow someone else to be the head of the household, because it's all about respect and what you're saying. And you find that now that I've left the country, it's like, most of these things that I'm in this were kind of taught to me. Exactly. It hits you, man. It hits you. I mean, when I got to Norway, I had a kid, I had a girl, I had no job.
That's worse than that. I mean, it's not you even have it, so you already have it.
Exactly, you already have. But
you have your own fire, you have tools, you just make way. Yeah, but you have life when you figure so much, and you have other people that are thinking as well, and now you have to take care of them before you even take care of yourself. That's an even bigger problem. But then again, you go tap into that person that you were there, and you say to yourself, you know what, I was able to conquer that. I was there, I was able to conquer it, and now let me go and do this. And you find that that's the fundamental differences between people. thina nechomi zethu okanye thina nabantu sakhula nabo nabantu abakhulanga nabantu abakhulanga is that they don't see it that way, or they don't abafuna uyibona ngelaa hlobo bayise just ntoni xa ndiphuma ibhosi andingilaa mntu ungudama noxelela abantu nophendula abantu esitratweni.
Exactly.
Okanye ndihamba ndibe yi-gangs and ndiphethe email and thini and go to parties and this, like ayipheleli phaa fit useyilife.
And they also teach you to be humbled. Inhlonipho fundini and respect. You gotta be a humble man. You gotta look after yourself. Ube clean, ube linene, dress yourself up properly, wake up in the morning to start your day. And exactly.
Goal for the day, the goal for the future. And the goal today then is an influence for the future. And you might find that namhlanje ubuyele umva, also right. And that's
exactly
what
the whole process is all about.
The whole metaphor,
going front, back and forward, and that's actually what's going to happen in life. You might get a job and you think this job is everything for you, and they find somebody better than you. You lose your job. What do you do?
Yeah. Now what?
It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just that they found somebody better than you. Now what? Do you give up on life? Do you quit? What do you do? It's heartbreaking. It's pain. It's painful. What do you do? And that's the things that they tell you, they teach you in the bush, that you learn as a man, that you always going to go back. If you can go forward, you're going to go back. Same as a car. It goes forward and it goes back. That's why kuku reverse, kuku first gear. So everything goes back and front, man. So you just gotta be prepared for those situations. You can't expect to go forward all the time. So and sometimes going back, it's the best thing for you.
Boy, I was talking to a boy of mine like just now as well. Nchita was telling me about Excel. Like I was asking him, so inspirational, man. This guy's changed like so much in my life. And again, he's an Afrikaans middle-aged man. That I never thought that I would ever have, conversations. And I'm probably sure that he thought I never have conversations. And then he's taught me more than 95% of my friends, 95% of the people that I've ever met. And it's like, wow, man, like the fact that I was willing to be open to hear this made me hear it. He would have always spoken like this, but if I was closed off, I would have never heard it. And today I was asking him something as simple as like, even financially and just like in life, sometimes you find that if I'm on this spot and now I want to go and I want to be a CEO of a company, right? But then I want to just jump and go there. Yeah, I'm just going to go jump and be the CEO. No, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you might find that you don't even become a manager. Sometimes you don't even just become an assistant manager. Sometimes you have to work at another company. And then when you're there, you're going to be the clerk. Yeah, and then when you're the clerk there, you're going to then say, oh, okay, now I'll learn all these things here. And then I go there, and then one step back, 2 steps forward. 1 step back, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward. But now you've made gains. And then you find that time that you would have taken to just move half the amount of steps, you've moved double there, but only because you allowed yourself to say, you know what, I'm here for the experience. I'm here for what I want to have. So it's not a backward step more than it's like a gate effect.
Exactly. What do you call it?
Potential so that I can shoot forward quicker. But like just like a gate, if it's not pulled back enough, it doesn't shoot forward enough.
And not hard enough as well.
Yeah. So that's the mentality that kind of for me was like, wow, like that's so powerful, because the guys, like you say again, we're so in tune with, okay, if I make 10,000 today, tomorrow I need to make 20, and the next I need to make 25. If I make 10,000 and make 5 the next day, then that means that I've regressed. But it's like, no, what have you learned from that? Life is not all about monetary value, because you find that even with the monetary value, you have 10,000, you're the same person that has 2,000, because now you have so much more things to pay off. Actually only have 1,000.
You end up with 1,000 rand or 2,000 rand.
Exactly. So what's the value of what you have? Not the price. The value is the most important thing. And again, it comes back to Ulug and life as well, is that, like even with this that we're doing now, boy, like it might seem like we're rapping and we're just exchanging words and we're just talking about stuff, but you'll find that even if it gets to one person, someone that is willing to change their life, that could have changed to be a gangster or could have changed to be something special, and says, yes, Nun, actually these guys are speaking some truth. Let me try this, and they become something of themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's literally the whole point of all of this. It's not just the, back and forth. It's for me to say one day, or for my brother to say one day, yes, Noni, like, when I heard that, it actually changed what I was going to do. And it had such an impact on me that I thought, you know what, this is what I needed. Yeah, but just we said now in the beginning, when sometimes you just needed that from your father or from your uncle or from your mom. But no, I met a Suwara, man. I know you can do better. After you missed 15 shots, you said, hey, I know you. Yeah, well, and it just that step says to you, yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. And
But you know what the funny thing is? My dad and mom, they've never watched a single basketball game. Like, I've gotten so far at basketball that I've even made the senior national team, and they've never ever watched a single game. I always think that would I have been a better player if they had to come to most of my games?
Yeah.
And maybe they pushed me a certain way. I mean, I brought a lot of medals at home. I brought a lot of MVPs. I achieved what I had to achieve, because I was trying to get those medals and those trophies to show them that, come out, man, come watch me.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well, and my dad, he never really showed that he's proud of me, but he does it behind my back.
Yeah, because he also has his own demons that he's fighting.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. They dealing with childhood problems as well, but they're not going to tell you their childhood problems. They've got a lot of problems as well. But I always think that
a platform like this, we're creating a platform like this to let people know that, listen, you don't have to always be chilling in the in your own little space. A lot of people are feeling like this. It's not you alone. Sometimes when someone tells you something and you think to yourself, actually, I've also gone through that. And actually, I thought it was bad. But you're telling me that, oh, no, it's not that bad. I'm like, geez, actually, it's not that bad. Yeah,
exactly. You can overcome it.
To open a platform like this to say to someone, like, say, I'm not trying to get subscribers. I'm not trying to get likes. I'm not trying to make money from this. All I'm trying to do is to just change your life. That's it. If that's hard to believe, that's
it. That's
you want to change your life. That's it. So that then I don't have to be walking around the street having people always be negative about themselves. There's nothing more special or more heartwarming than to find someone help someone else that they know that person can't pay them back or can't give anything back, because that's what we're here for, man. Like, just fair to man, you know what I mean? It's like an old woman. Old woman that's falling on the floor. You feel to yourself, you just feel that whole thing of, I feel like I could just pick her up so that she can move. I don't want her to thank me and hug me and give me stuff. Like,
I just want to. That's true. That's 100% true, man. That's a good mentality to have. I mean, if we keep having these type of conversations, I feel like we can get to a lot of people, because I think there's a lot of people who are cold-hearted for the same problems that we've experienced and we managed to overcome. So I think it's good
and you find that even now that the problems that we've overcome are probably nothing to the ones that we still have to overcome.
Exactly.
Now it's like we're equipped, man. We're equipped. We know about, say, okay, I went through something similar to this. Maybe I'm going to go through something worse or something harder, but I've been through something hard. I know what hardness means. I don't know what the situation is, but I know what this feels like, and I know which direction to go in. I know who to go to. I know who not to go to. I know how things are. Yeah. And then before you know it, someone else then thinks of the same way, and then they start boosting you. And you find that sometimes in life, as an older person, you don't necessarily only have to teach younger people. Younger people teach you as an older person too. You
exactly.
Find that stuff like this.
Exactly.
You're teaching your mom and you're teaching your dad. That time they're thinking, oh no, when you get food, you say, when a car. And it's like, no, like, through what I'm doing. And that there's nothing more satisfying than that, to show by saying, I'm my own self. I can do what I need to do. And that's it. That's why you put me in this world.
I'm actually teaching my parents a lot of things right now, and my mom, she told me, like, maybe I would say the first time she called me, maybe a week ago. Yeah. She called me and she said, you know what? I'm very, 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 very proud of you. You know how much boost that gave me, just that my mom said to me, I'm very, very proud. For the first time. I mean, I'm 27 years old now. Come on. I mean, I should have heard that a long time ago, but now I've taught her that, you know what? I'm away from you. I'm overseas. You're not seeing me around. You need to show me a little bit more love.
Mm.
And she knows she's doing. She's like, you know what? You overseas. You got a child. You gave me a grandchild. You're getting your shit together. That's probably a hard thing to do, to leave your family behind and go to another country. You don't know anybody but this woman that you're with, and that's about it. What do you do? And I'm in Norway right now, and I knew a lot of people in South Africa. Here, I don't know that many people, and people here are like, how can I say, like coconuts.
Mm.
It's very hard to get inside them. So
Yeah.
they don't just easily open up to you and say, you know what, you're my friend. Like South Africans, you know, we like peaches, but we're very hard inside. So we're soft on the outside, but very hard on the inside. And the Norwegians are very hard on the outside, but very soft on the inside. So they see my kind of personality, which they don't understand. Like, oh, this guy's got a lot of energy, you know. He's very open. He's so kind. He talks to random people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyone that you teach them, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I teach them. So the funny thing is, they're a bit cold.
Mhm.
Now I'm thinking to myself, should I change myself, who I am? Should I stop acting this way? Should I stop being open to him? What should?
Yeah.
Yeah, should I stop? Should I stop? No. And then I thought to myself, no, man, I'm not the problem here. Ayindimi problem apha mfondini. Didalwe kanje. This is how I'm made. You know, if I change this, I might lose a lot of things in my life, because I gained a lot of things in my life with this type of attitude. You know that.
Yeah.
So why must I change myself because other people are cold towards me? You know what I'm saying? So I have now like maybe 2 friends in Norway. I've been here 1 year, man. I've met over 50 people, but I have 2 friends. That's insane. That's really insane. But that's just how the people are here, man. They're just extremely cold, and it's very, very difficult to survive here, or to have people that are close to you. You know. Besides, I mean, come on, you can't be in an apartment with your fiance and you once in a while you're gonna get sick of each other. I need to get out. She needs to get out. You know, who do I go to?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's super tough, man. And you get to situations. What I'm trying to say is that you get to situations in life where you think you're the wrong one, just because there's many people who are the same, but actually you are the special one. You know, you are different, you are special, and you shouldn't change yourself at all. You know, you just you need to keep doing what you're doing until you find the right people.
You say people in Norway are as cold as the weather there, boy.
My guy, they are extremely cold, man. They're very nice once you get to know them, but they are.
You have to warm them up. You have to wear sweaters and gloves.
Yeah, Fundin, have you ever not? You know, in South Africa, when you're walking, you kind of nod to someone like, "Excel," and they nod back. You know, in South Africa, you can drive your car, open the window, and be like, "Excel, friend," to a random stranger, and then they would do the same. My God, in Norway, they put in earphones, they put on their hats. Jongwa phambili pha. Umuntu goes to work and goes back. They don't talk to random strangers. They don't trust random people. If they don't know you, they don't know you. That's how life is, man. And my man, it's tough for a South African to come live in Norway. I won't lie. I miss South Africa 100%. Because South Africa is one of the warmest countries I've ever experienced, man. South Africa is just a lovely country, man. And you start seeing that when you're away from South Africa. You know, they might be.
When we were there, we were complaining, boy. We were there, we were complaining about a lot of stuff, and then you come to places. You're at a cold place. I've got an aircon here. It's always like 40, 45. I'm hot here, burning in this country. Yeah. But it's like actually, yes, you're like, yeah, man, like what we used to complain about. It's easy to make excuses about stuff, but what you do with them and what you become is the most important thing, And I can say, like, I've become so much more efficient here than I've been back home, only because I was able to look at myself and kind of see, well, what can I do with the spare time that I have? What can I do to get out of myself? Am I going to chill, or am I just going to do something about it. And then you know what, actually let me change someone's life, and then boom, I'm starting a life. Yeah, boom, I'm starting talks, boom, I'm starting sensitive stuff that is happening, yeah, and then you find that, man, I've become so much more efficient than I was back there. Back there, so many friends and so many people that I can go to. Yeah, it's still not that much friends, but I mean, not a little either. But then it's like, oh, but then what's my purpose? What am I willing to do? What am I trying to do? And then from there, kind of just like, oh, okay, now I'm doing.
Uzothina, baka, awuzelanga babantu. You didn't come for these people. That's
Yeah.
not why you're here, man. But I always say that don't if you feel like you have a positive energy and you feel like what you're doing is right, and there's plenty of people who are telling you that it's wrong, don't ever change yourself, man. You will keep pushing yourself, because with your attitude, you're going to find the right people, and the right people that's going to appreciate you. I've quit many things, man. Like, if I don't feel appreciated, imagine if you don't feel appreciated at the place and you come home, you start fighting with your girl. You start taking out the stress on your kid. You start, everything is just bad at home, but that's where your peace is supposed to be, because of what you're experiencing at work, because you're not appreciated. Man,